So it looks like Nintendo's back up to their anti-consumer ways, and from what I'm looking at it, no one's talking about it on Twitter, so I want to talk about it. But before we get on with the video, definitely hit that like button if you guys enjoy the video. You can always subscribe for weekly content, and you can follow me on Twitter at LordAddictIOP. Without any further ado, let's get on with the video. What's going on, you guys? Gaming Addict here, coming at you with another video. For those of you that's been following this channel for a while, you know that if there's one Nintendo franchise I'm extremely passionate about, it's the Pokemon franchise. You know, I've played pretty much all of the Pokemons, except for I think I didn't play White or Black. But when Sword and Shield dropped on the Nintendo Switch, even if I didn't have a Switch at that time, which I've already picked up a Nintendo Switch to play Zelda, I would have picked up one for Sword and Shield. So I was there. Day one, bought Pokemon Sword, played a lot of this game. You know, I think I put anywhere from 70 to 100 hours of it. With the one thing I really enjoy about Pokemon is the competitive aspect of Pokemon. You know, you can raise these Pokemon, you can put a lot of effort into making them, you know, battle ready, where they can go online and they can be very competitive on that aspect. But at the end of the day, it's something that I really couldn't grasp towards anymore, so I ended up having to drop the game, and I was waiting for the expansions to come out. I did watch the Nintendo Direct where, you know, they went in depth on what they were going to do for the expansion, how they were going to proceed from here, and I pretty much was like, okay, you know, that doesn't look like something I would pick up day one, but I do think I will pick that up sooner or later, and I would enjoy it. Now, the very first one has come out. It's come out this week, and a lot of people have been, you know, obviously gravitating towards playing these expansions and catching these new Pokemon and, you know, experiencing this new side of Pokemon through this expansion. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are watching this video that don't really know anything about the Pokemon franchise and how Nintendo actually brings up these games. Nintendo always drops these in 2 to 3 sets. They'll drop, you know, Pokemon Yellow, Green and Red, Pokemon Silver, Gold and Crystal, and then so on and so forth. So this was the first big time that we've actually seen like an expansion, a downloadable content that's really put into this game. Now, some of you might not know this either about Pokemon. When they drop these multiple versions of the game, it's not the same version. There's actually different Pokemon that's exclusive to one particular game. There's some Pokemon you can't catch in Sword, but you can catch in Shield, and there's some Pokemon in Shield that you can't catch in Sword. That mentality has been carried over to the expansion. So if you have Sword, you have to pick up the expansion for Sword. If you have Shield, you have to pick up the expansion for Shield. But there's that question. If you have Sword and you pick up the expansion to Shield, it will not work on Sword. So it does look like a lot of people, you know, I don't know exactly the numbers, but there are people out there that's confusing the two and they're buying the wrong expansion to the game they have. Now, how would you think Nintendo would carry this? You know, I would think that Nintendo would see that, you know, their loyal fans, they accidentally messed up, you know, refund them or just switch the digital rights and give them the correct one. Is that what Nintendo's doing though? Absolutely not. It looks like Nintendo is literally telling their people, you're shit out of luck. You should have read what was being happened and you should have bought the correct expansion. We offer no refunds. They even went as far as putting it on Twitter that we don't offer refunds. You need to buy the right expansion. And I feel like this is crazy. If anything, this is one of those things that it's like Nintendo spitting in their fan base's face. There's too many anti-consumer stuff that Nintendo does that for some reason they get a pass with, and I feel like this is going to be one of those things that the minority is going to talk about it, but the majority is just going to shut up and they're going to buy the expansion anyway. They're not going to really say much. If I was those people that mistakenly bought the wrong expansion, I would literally just not buy anything Nintendo after that, because I feel like I said, it's like they're spitting in the Nintendo fans' face. Instead of just giving me the correct expansion or just refunding me so I can reinvest in the correct expansion, you're telling me I have to double dip into the expansion on an expansion that I might not even own. But Nintendo, you're definitely wrong for this. I think you need to make it right. You need to go ahead and, you know, fix these people that's bought the wrong expansion. But we all know they're probably not going to. No one's really going to say a whole lot. And, you know, things are going to carry on just like how they always have. I don't understand why Nintendo has this mindset. It was years before they let you stream stuff of their content to YouTube, and it looks like they're so far behind in a lot of areas, and refunds is definitely one of the things they need to fix. But anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think that this is something that, obviously they do tell you digital purchases are non-refundable, and they do say that every time you buy something, but I do feel like certain scenarios like this, there are exceptions. But what do you guys think? Do you think Nintendo's in the wrong? Do you think, since they put these clauses and they tell you that it's non-refundable, do you think that they should not make it right and just go ahead and give the correct expansion to whatever game that their consumers has bought? I'm very curious. Put that in the comment section below. This is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace.